this secret government has its own navy, has its own air force, has its own funding system, and it's like completely secret to the people. They have technology that's like more advanced than our most advanced plane that we have. They learn to take energy out of a small area. It's like some advanced physics, and it's something like if we give it to the people, there'll be free energy all around the world.
The Phoenix Lights craft, witnessed by 10,000 people, was the first grand-scale skybeam test upon the public. It succeeded beyond expectations. To amplify this response, those who are truly in power of not only our country, but all the countries on the planet, and who are the true purveyors of the depopulation process, have formulated the final stage of their sinister plan. In the year 2024, a global event will alter the course of mankind's future. The world will stand witness to a massive alien invasion. Thousands of projected holographic alien warships will blanket the skies, sending people into a global panic. Real military crafts within the holograms will inflict actual damage to the surrounding areas to sell the gimmick. And as a result of the ensuing human chaos, a one-world government will immediately form without any resistance from the people. They will be the new world order.
But what's crazy is the things they found once the river dried up. What the hell is that? That ain't normal. That ain't normal, dog. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Look how big it is. And you can tell that it goes underground. So the Jordan River dried up and this shit popped up? Wow. I mean, if I would have seen some shit like this right here, dog, I ain't gonna lie, I might have to call the authorities. What is this?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nurse Dre. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight, hanging out with me. Today we're watching some creepy TikToks that are going to drive you mad. But first, if the universe has led you here in a crazy twist of fate, please do hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. Let's jump right into these insane TikToks nobody's ever seen before. Kiki wants to be in the video. Kiki?
Finale. This is some scary shit. In March 1997, an event known as the Phoenix Lights became the most infamous UFO sighting in history. A mile-wide vessel, clearly not man-made, flew slowly and silently over the state of Arizona and was witnessed by 10,000 people, including the governor of Arizona. To date, there has been no reasonable explanation. But for every witness interviewed, the craft was as real as anything they'd ever seen. Their lives were transformed. They now believe that we truly are not alone. However, there is another truth, for I know what they really saw. In 1986, while stationed at an underground installation near Boulder, Colorado, I was introduced to Project Skybeam by Lieutenant General Andrew Garris. I was then led down a corridor and into a large hangar, where a stealth bomber hovered only 20 feet above me. I stood there confused. Then Garris looked over at me and smiled, then asked if I was certain of what I was seeing. I replied, of course. What else could it be? I was then shocked to find out that this wasn't a real craft. It was a projected hologram. Since the early 1950s, scientists have been developing holographic technology.
Look, had to be a hologram, right? Because, or maybe they just told him it was a hologram and it really was real. But I used to live on, like, right beside the base in Warner Robins, Georgia, the army base or whatever it was, and those fuckers would fly through there every day on cue at the same time. They would fly through and they would literally shake your house. Shake your house. That's how loud they were. They were up there breaking the sound barriers. There's no way one was just hovering there and it was just chilling. You know what I mean? And those stealth things, those stealth fighter jets or whatever, they're the fastest thing we've got. Well, that we had back then anyway, that we knew about, right? Because nowadays, who knows what the hell we have? Flying Tic Tacs. Yeah. Flying Tic Tacs. Nah! You know? Like, what?
And over the years, improved it to a state that we can only imagine. As I stood there staring at the bomber which looked so absolutely real and solid that I could reach up and touch it. I contemplated the possibilities. What if this projection was 1,000 feet up in the sky? How would anyone know that that was an illusion? The Phoenix Lights craft, witnessed by 10,000 people, was the first grand-scale skybeam test upon the public. It succeeded beyond expectations. In October 1938, Orson Welles unleashed his War of the Worlds radio broadcast to the American public. It was so realistically portrayed, vast portions of the population went into panic. Terrified citizens scrambled to evacuate their cities in droves. America had been easily tricked by very simple means. To amplify this response, those who are truly in power of not only our country, but all the countries on the planet, and who are the true purveyors of the depopulation process, have formulated the final stage of their sinister plan. In the year 2024, a global event will alter the course of mankind's future. The world will stand witness to a massive alien invasion. Thousands of projected holographic alien warships.
Hold on. When did he say?
Will alter the course of mankind's future. The world formulated the final stage of their sinister plan. In the year 2024, a global event will alter the course of mankind's future. The world will stand witness to a massive alien invasion. Thousands of projected holographic alien warships will blanket the skies, sending people into a global panic. Real military crafts within the holograms will inflict actual damage to the surrounding areas to sell the gimmick. And as a result of the ensuing human chaos, a one-world government will immediately form without any resistance from the people. They will be the new world order.
You guys, you can already see this stuff lining up. Like, I just did TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, check it out. At _nurse_Dre. Anyway, look. This lady came on TikTok, and she was a teacher, and she was like, look, we just had a meeting at our school, and not only are we going to be doing hurricane drills and tornado drills and fire drills this year, but now we're going to be doing alien invasion drills. What? What do you mean you're going to be doing alien invasion drills? And then the thing with Trump, it's like, so now they have it to where his trial or his main trial or whatever is going to be on the day before voting day. And it's like, so that even though, like, they know Trump's going to win. So even if he wins, he loses anyway because he'll be in jail, and then he'll forfeit, which would that make then Biden president because he forfeited? Like, you see these things lining up? You see what I'm saying? This could be a thing in 2024. We never know. And also, the whole, like, Bitcoin thing coming to reality, because the banks are all shutting down apparently, and this is 2023 right now, August. So in September and October, apparently, a lot more big banks are supposed to shut down, and people are going to start taking their money out of the banks and out of the money markets and out of the stock market and all of that, because it's going to cause panic, which is going to make everything go to shit. We already have, you know, on the other side of the earth, they're trying to set up a whole other system, a whole other stock market that's supposed to be a whole lot better than ours. So, like, you can see these movements around the world lining up to something like this, which is creeping me the out right now.
Once this happens, we as a people will be doomed to enslavement and accelerated depopulation. With that said, the only hope for human salvation is to acquire and spread the knowledge of these activities and agendas. Resist, retaliate, then conquer this imposing enemy. The time is now, as humanity is rapidly approaching its final days.
We gotta do something, y'all. I don't know what.
Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself
Cis men
whatever you
don't
want.
menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body
if you are,
menstruated at
if
some
your
point then.
chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary? We're
not men.
excluding a whole group of people.
They're women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men. You are not a man. You can pretend to be a man, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Live your life. Tell me what a man is.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the science of this as an
The
example?
science.
When we've learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things.
They're not completely
They
different
are
things.
completely different.
Completely different words.
Sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't
different
accept that
things.
distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just making it up.
You're just making it up.
So they picked the ape because it had a large brain and also because it had hands. Had to have hands that would be able to make tools to create a civilization. So there was a lot of work done to change the ape with the genetic manipulation of the genes and to develop it into a person. They said you will never ever find the missing link. That's because it's jumped generations. Because it just happened so fast. And this is what the scientists can't understand. Even Darwin said he understood evolution through the animals and the plants, but when it got to man, it didn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't make sense because why haven't we seen monkeys mutate? Or, what's the word? Why haven't we seen them evolve in our time? Like, surely somebody would have seen one evolve. Have a sixth toe or something? I don't know.
But that was when it jumped. So when they finally developed an intelligent human being, something that could begin to build cities and plant, then they knew they had to come and live among the developing species. No species ever just came out of the jungle and decided they're going to start planting or start building houses. They're out there hunting and gathering. So when they came and lived among the people, this is where your legends of the gods came from. They lived as long as they wanted. And they lived with the people to give them the knowledge they were going to need as they went along. Every culture in the world has the legend of the culture bringers. And the culture bringer always comes from the sky or from across the water. They all have, the Indians have their corn woman who brought them corn. The other ones have the ones who bring them fire. They all have these gods that they worship because they lived there. And I've had people go back to those times and they say, why do they call us gods? We're just beings. And they were just there to make sure everything was going okay. This was supposed to be a planet, a beautiful, beautiful planet with a species that would never get sick and never grow old. It was supposed to be a perfect species. Maybe that's where the idea of the Garden of Eden came from. I don't know. But it was supposed to be a perfect species. They said, give this beautiful people intelligence and free will and see what they do with it. Many planets in the universes don't have free will. I've had people go to those planets, and it's a totally different way of living if you don't have free will. Some of them are really glad to get out of that life because they're not at all what you think. But free will is very important. So they said we cannot ever go against the free will. So they give us free will. That's what was supposed to happen. We were never supposed to grow old. We were never supposed to die. We were never supposed to get sick. But something happened that spoiled the plan. A meteorite hit the Earth. And when the meteorite hit the Earth, it brought in bacteria for the first time that created disease. Before that, there wasn't anything. And they were heartbroken. There was a show on Nova years ago where they were talking about the different kinds of life on Earth. They said there's two.
There was a guy that was talking about how there's a secret government that our government don't even know about. So he was basically saying that this secret government has its own navy, has its own air force, has its own funding system, and it's like completely secret to the people. They have technology that's like more advanced than our most advanced plane that we have. They learn to take energy out of a small area. It's like some advanced physics, and it's something like if we give it to the people, there'll be free energy all around the world.
Damn, we're definitely on Mars, bro. If we got something like that, you put that in an engine, bro, we're on Mars.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. But it's like, what is the point of having something that low key?
For weapons, like, we know there's aliens, so aliens coming to fight us, we need some defense. Also, like, control. Say really start rioting, Russia act up or something, anybody act up, now we have something like a real deterrent. Like, yo, calm down before, like a nuke.
Low key, before we dropped the nuke, nobody knew what a nuke was.
Yeah.
Bro,
Now
it's
everybody got
crazy.
nukes. So you gotta drop a nuke. Nah, we are 10 steps ahead of you.
Dude, it's crazy. Y'all calm down. Or
I was gonna fly in the massage ninja. Now I want y'all to know, she had her own remedy for rose and I let her do it. I want y'all to know. Now what is this you did to me?
No, since we got some information going on and I don't have all of my gadgets.
What is this?
This is cabbage.
So you put
some cabbage and some basil. It's old school. I'm like, this is how you know you got a country girl as a therapist. So yeah, this is some basil and some cabbage.
So you put a salad on my
I basically put a salad on your knee. And we put some ice, you know, had it all wrapped together for a little bit. So yeah, so he looks a little smaller. Just don't be trying to do too much, which is hard to tell the boss.
No, I'm going to Vegas this weekend. I'm gonna be at that pool party. Okay. I might do the I may not do the double-decker slapper.
Okay, let's not do.
A real one caught a flat yesterday, but guess what? I'm back. I'm moonwalking. I'm gonna walk up in Carbone tonight and get me one of them goddamn lobster raviolis, huh? Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
That's amazing.
We wish to also point out a very interesting polarity happening at this time with respect to these kinds of stories that involve what you call extraterrestrial beings. Because in this moment right now, you actually have presented at the same time a completely polarized idea of this notion in your entertainment. You have the idea we have just discussed of a story that involves the idea of what you would call an interstellar peacekeeping corps of extraterrestrials, and at the same time you're also premiering
the Transformers movie.
That, and also another one called Falling Skies, where your world is dominated by extraterrestrials on your television sets. So you have presented the polarity for yourself so that you can explore and play with the idea of both sides simultaneously. You're bringing these creations closer and closer and closer to the center point so that you can really experience the balance of the dark and the light, the balance of the negative and the positive, and really decide what you prefer by exploring these stories so close to each other, on top of each other even. Good timing.
So if you don't...
Okay, so there's a whole premise that they're like, okay, let's say a long time ago on Earth, there was people that lived here in peace and harmony, and there was no negativity, there was no yin and yang, no evil and good, and, you know, bad and good or whatever. There was just harmony, just people getting along, no bad happened, nothing. But can I ask you, how much would your soul grow in an environment like that? Would you really learn lessons? Would you be able to feel heartbreak so that you know, so that you can fathom love, really fathom it? Would you know tears so you can enjoy your smile and laughter? I mean, would you learn lessons about how to, you know, keep going when you get knocked down, get up, keep going? Like, you wouldn't, because those opportunities would not be afforded to you. So these beings that lived here had a agreement with some beings that were more of a negative nature, more of a negative force. They allowed them to live here on Earth with them so they could experience that negativity, so they could experience more lessons, learn for their soul to grow. And that's when shit hit the fan and they took over, and here we are, and like we just live in one big dumpster fire right now, right? Like, that's what we think. But to be honest, everything is a lesson. Everything is an opportunity to learn. And if we could just live in harmony, we wouldn't have that yin and yang of those lessons. There's got to be a balance. And I think we're coming upon the precipice of that balance right now. And we don't know what to do with ourselves. But y'all can feel this shift, though, either way. Whatever is coming, something's coming, and it's big. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Let me know down below.
Oh no, you're about to find out. The Jordan River dried up. Yep, gone, non-existent. But what's crazy is the things they found once the river dried up. What the hell is that? That ain't normal. That ain't normal, dog. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Look how big it is. And you can tell that it goes underground. So the Jordan River dried up and this shit popped up? Wow. I mean, if I would have seen some shit like this right here, dog, I ain't gonna lie, I might have to call the authorities. What is this?
What is this?
What's that?
What's that?
We don't have a clue.
We don't have a clue.
Stuff like this popping up just means there's a lot of wonders of the world we don't know about. Come on, dog. They're looking like a reptilian.
Yeah, man, that's straight up
Facts.
reptilian.
Big facts.
What is under the neck?
Looka, baby. Looka, baby. Shout out to Tim's, because what the hell is that? That is weird, man. That's all I can say. They digging and finding artifacts and all types of shit after this damn river done dried up. Now, you know the Jordan River is symbolic, right? It is. I'll show you about it. Crazy part is, some of this shit look like them AI pictures. But I found these pictures on an archaeologist's website. This shit real, dog. Just imagine what's up under all of this, man. Something is going on. Like, there's a lot. We gonna keep finding stuff out. That's why I love TikTok. We gonna keep on finding stuff out. Yo, where you come from, dog? What is you? I ain't never seen you in this world ever. I ain't never seen you either. Where you come from? Let a brother know.
What is
now you look like you might be sad. You done went through some things.
Yeah.
But tell me about the past, man. This is crazy. This is like one of them AI pictures too. Fact. Look at this guy in this shit. He look what I just found. I wouldn't be looking like that at all. That looked like a big ass skull. He announced, "One stronger than I am is coming after me. I am not even worthy to bend over and loosen the strap of his sandals. I baptize you with the water, but he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit." Jesus is baptized and attempted. About that time, Jesus came from Nazareth to Galilee, and John baptized him in the Jordan River. That's why the Jordan River is symbolic. But let me just say, all this shit is crazy. I ain't never seen no shit like this, and I'm guaranteeing you there's gonna be more shit to be found. I promise you that, and I won't be the one that's gonna find it.
Oh my god. Y'all gotta let me know what you think about that down below. Do you want to see what's underneath that shit? Like, is that proof of the mud flood, or is it proof that in Jesus' day you were baptized, you were stuck, frozen, mud flooded into the river? Maybe baptism means something we totally don't even know about. Just saying. And what if they did it in the Jordan River because they thought it was a holy river, and then like they put the giants in that holy river to like freeze them or something to get rid of the giants, bro? And then that brings up the whole flood thing. They flooded the earth. God flooded the earth so that they could get rid of the giants. Proof. What?
Mystery of Area 51 is finally revealed. This theory is spine-chilling, so hold on tight. Area 51 is a place of exchange and experimentation with aliens. It is the most secretive place on Earth for this reason. The U.S. government is said to be in contact with aliens to conduct human exchanges for scientific experiments. When UFOs crash on Earth, they undergo numerous scientific experiments by the U.S. government. However, the alien civilizations are strongly opposed to this principle. The U.S. government proposed to provide aliens with children and adults every year in order to establish a pact. Both parties reached an agreement, and that's why the numerous Americans who disappear each year end up in Area 51 to be sent to other planets for experiments.
Wow. Do y'all think that we're like trading back and forth children and adults to go to other planets to be experimented on, or even just to work with aliens? Because apparently that's the whole thing. Like, that was one of those CIA letters that was released or whatever that said. They talked about how there was, like, you know, in the 50s or 60s, this alien ship landed. They made a deal with our president, and so many of our soldiers went back with them to their planet, and so many of their people stayed here, and then we worked together on their planet, and blah, blah, blah. Y'all think that's a real thing? Let me know down below.
Oh yeah, in today's episode, we exposing the government. Pay attention. We scroll all the way from the U.S., from where we are, go all the way to Iran right here, right? Then when you find Iran, you're going to want to go and scroll down and find Dubai. And then when you find Dubai, start zooming in. Start zooming in, all right? Now, the world, what are you talking about the world? Now, you see Antarctica at the top. Y'all already know where that is if y'all was in school. Look at all this. These are all the states. Bro, I stay in Pennsylvania, above, right here. Like, come on now, what? We don't look like this. What is this? Yo, what are they trying to hide from us?
Yo, I don't know.
What is this?
There's an island for every
Why is
state.
everything just broken up into pieces?
Every country.
Like, what is this? Y'all got something to tell us? Y'all got something to tell us? Someone explain this.
Yeah, that's a little fishy, to be honest. Alright guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Let me know what you thought down below. Share this with a friend who needs to see it, because we gotta help wake each other up, right? And if the universe has led you here in a crazy twist of fate, please do hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. I promise. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.